If that's the case, you'll find tools in these chapters to help you turn motion into meaningful progress. I urge you to use them. Since starting my role with Dentsu, I have spoken to hundreds of clients, and all of them mention the same challenges. Chief among them are transformation and finding a way to measure the efficiency of their activities. In my career, I have been both client and agency side. I have worked with some of the world's biggest brands, and I've witnessed how these challenges manifest themselves in different organizational environments. I also understand the crucial role that strong leadership plays in navigating these challenges. I believe a leader's role is to provide a careful balance between hope and reality. Great leaders paint a vivid picture of what they want to do and where they want to go. They align people and resources around their vision of the future, but they do so without neglecting the reality of where they are now. They are transparent, honest, and realistic about what the journey from their current reality to their visionary future entails. This is the foundation for achieving meaningful progress, and it is these ideas that you will find woven throughout this book in an interesting and thought-provoking way. The compelling anecdotes and connected themes that are covered in this book are as applicable for marketing leaders as for CEOs. Dive in, learn what you can from the years of experience Rich and Az bring to this space, and have the courage to invent the future that you're taking your company into. In doing so, you too will become champions for meaningful progress. Wendy Clark, CEO, Dentsu International and former president, Sparkling Brands and Strategic Marketing, Coca-Cola, North America. Introduction. Rocking horses don't belong in boardrooms. Don't confuse motion for progress. A rocking horse moves all day but goes nowhere. Alfred Montapert. Picture a child sitting on a rocking horse. She is laughing as she sways back and forth. Maybe she is pushing the rocking horse to go faster, encouraging it by shouting phrases like, "Giddy up." As you watch the child enjoying her ride on the rocking horse, you smile. She is safe, she is happy, and you know that regardless of what her imagination is telling her, she is going nowhere, in the physical sense. You leave her to her game, confident that you won't look out of the window to see her galloping across the garden on her rocking horse in half an hour. You would certainly think it odd if you walked into a boardroom to see the CEO, CMO, CTO, or any of the other directors sitting on a rocking horse. However, all too often businesses have boardrooms filled with metaphorical rocking horses. They just don't realize it. They don't always distinguish between motion and progress, or know how to turn the motion they are generating into progress. Charting progress in a modern business world. The business world today, especially after black swan events like the 2008 financial crisis or the global COVID-19 pandemic, is characterized by an increasingly big number of known unknowns. It seems clear that the past is probably no longer a safe basis for predicting the future, and much of what we have learned and been taught may well have limited relevance to our future decision-making. The competition feels like it can come from anywhere, and time is definitely no longer on your side. As Rupert Murdoch said in 1999, "The world is changing very fast. Big will not beat small anymore. It will be the fast beating the slow." To not only survive, but to thrive in the new world is a constant challenge that requires businesses to fast become the masters of many things. Agility, speed, and adaptability, ability to change, have become strategic differentiators, giving those businesses that can rapidly adapt and build a muscle to respond to change a massive advantage. Some businesses have the advantage of already being in this state. Let's call them the leaders. Others are undergoing massive transformations to close the gap and either attain or regain this state. Let's call them the followers who are playing catch-up. However, to do this requires sustained and directed momentum or motion, but motion alone will not give you the advantage. The advantage comes from turning motion into progress. This might sound simple enough, but often this is more difficult to achieve than it first appears. The result in many businesses is a great deal of motion that adds little real value, and instead